Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Richard. This is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. I wanted to give kind of a quick update on my NVDY margined portfolio. As you recall, I have a video. Let me show you actually. Okay, not the most flattering video, but it was called Never Work Again with Just $4,000 in cash in theory. And I went through here and I calculated some numbers and I showed that, you know what, it could be possible that you could make $1,000 a month uh, with just $4,000 invested in NVDY. However, it didn't really account for the fact that I've never really worked with margin before. And the reality is even though the dividends are there, the money that you collect is just going to pay down your margin debt. So in this case here, I have about $1,500 in margin debt. I had started out with $2,000 that I put in to start the portfolio. I put in an extra 50 bucks because I had to cover some, trading costs. I wanted to make sure I had enough room to buy my stock that I wanted. And then I acquired 200 shares on my $2,000 and $2,050. But I got a margin call. And Interactive Brokers, great brokerage firm, right? It's has very low margin rates, but they're very strict about maintaining their margin restrictions. And so they automatically liquidated three of my shares. And I didn't really get a chance to add money to protect it or something like that, where maybe with another brokerage account, I might have had a little time to add some money. So I tossed in another $1,000 just not to have to deal with this headache. And so a quick little, ignore the date, a quick little spreadsheet just shows you that basically this is how much I spent on acquiring my 200 shares. They sold three shares. I bought back my three shares. Every time you use Interactive Broker, it'll cost you $1 or so to trade. And so even buying three shares cost me 75 cents or something like that. So it's a slightly annoying. It's not like it's totally free like Robinhood. But anyway, I have 200 shares. Total cost $4,700. I deposited $3,050 at this point. I collected $110 dividend last time. So here's my margin, which is close to this. The difference is the trading fees so far. So that's it. I wanted to give you a quick update. And the biggest message is that you can't. Sorry, it's a little bit late here. It's not 5 a.m. according to the clock on the lower right of my laptop. Um, the biggest lesson is that when you collect your dividends and you pay your interest or whatever, recover interest, the money you collect just goes to reduce your margin account. It's not like it goes to a separate cash balance where you can collect it and spend it. I don't know why. Sometimes in all this analysis, you miss the simplest of things. And I missed that, right? Because when I went and I did my spreadsheet, I was all like into the numbers and was like, look how amazing it's going to be. You're going to get all this, and you can collect, $1,300 a month on just 4,000. I had all these numbers, crunching out all these numbers. Like, here's the margin cost. I'll pay them how much it costs for the margin debt, and the rest of the money is mine. And I was using Robinhood as an example. But the reality is no. What happens is that just goes to reduce your margin balance. Now, what I could do is I could liquidate my portfolio and take the money out and spend that. But then that sort of defeats the purpose of my account, which I'm trying to collect regular cash flow. And so this month, hopefully it'll be at least another dollar um, per share. I'll have a couple hundred shares. I've been tempted to add shares to NVDY, but the problem is it's kind of, NVIDIA just hit a high recently, and so I don't like buying things at a top. And the biggest thing with these covered call funds, sorry, I'm being bit by a mosquito here, is that you don't want to buy it into a trash ETF, meaning it might have high yields, but the underlying stock is just trash. And the other thing is you don't want to necessarily buy when the stock is at a high because the stock could drop. Um, and then when the stock drops, you have a liquidity problem, you have a margin call, like I kind of experienced. So That's about it for now. Is that the dream is dead. You cannot live on just $4,000 of cash in your pocket and just collect dividends and just pay your broker the margin expense fee, the interest expense, and just expect them just to carry your debt. Obviously, another way you could do it, and some people have done this, is they've taken out a personal loan or they've taken out a HELOC, right? And so it gets disconnected between your brokerage account and your debt. And as long as you're responsible paying off your debt, this bet just has sort of a payment plan, right? So you get the spread. Whereas with the stock portfolio, you don't get the spread. It just reduces your margin account, which means that I could go and buy more stock, obviously, but I'm just waiting right now. But anyway, I want to give you a quick update. The biggest lesson is that the dream is dead by using margin and retiring on just $4,000 of cash. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Take care.